Hello everyone, and welcome back to the kitchen here at TPC, Wisconsin. I'm Chef Nate, and today I'm going to show you and demonstrate our Friday feature for this week. It's a pan-seared halibut fillet over saffron rice with braised Brussels sprouts, tarragon roasted sunchokes, and topped with a white wine Lemon Blanc sauce. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to pan-sear our halibut fillet. So we're going to start with a little bit of olive oil and start with a little bit of butter. And we're going to get that nice and hot. And very carefully, we're going to lay our halibut fillet in there. And I kept the skin on for this halibut because whenever we roast it in the oven, it's actually going to get it's a real thin skin, so it's going to get a nice crispy skin to it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and check our halibut fillet here. And looks like we've got, there we go, nice little golden brown on that. So we're going to go ahead and deglaze with a little bit of white wine here. And we're just going to go right in the oven with this. All right, so the next part of our dish is we're going to do the tarragon roasted sunchokes. I'll go with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter. Heat that up a little bit. We'll go ahead and add in our sunchokes there. Those, and we're just going to take a little bit of fresh tarragon here. Just going to add that. Kind of toss those around a little bit. And a little bit of salt and pepper there. All right, so we're going to move on. We're just going to let those tarragon sunchokes just kind of get a nice little golden brown on them in the skillet there. And we're going to go ahead and work on our next part of our dish, which is our braised Brussels sprouts. So we'll start with a little olive oil and a little bit of butter. Now, what I'm adding to these Brussels sprouts is I'm actually adding some bacon and some shallots. I'll go ahead and add in my Brussels sprouts there. Let these cook. All right, so these sunchokes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just put these in the oven along with the halibut. We'll let those roast. So we're going to let these Brussels sprouts cook, and while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and move on to our saffron rice. So right here, we're just going to go ahead and add that right into the skillet. No oil or butter in this. Just going to keep that dry. And hit it with just a little bit of salt and pepper. All right, so what I like to add to my Brussels sprouts, it's a little bit different. I like to add a little bit of brown sugar. Go. And add a little bit of orange juice actually. And a little bit of white wine. And then a little bit of chicken stock. Go. And we're going to go ahead and cover these up. And we're just going to let those braise in the skillet. Back into our rice. All right, looks like our saffron rice is pretty warm, so we're just going to set that aside. All right, looks like our Brussels sprouts here have kind of braised down really nice, so I'm going to go ahead and turn those off and set these aside. And let's go ahead and check on our halibut. See how we're doing here. Looks good. So that's about between 135 and 140, so we're going to go ahead and set that aside. And we'll pull out our tarragon roasted sunchokes here. And those are looking good, so let's set those aside. All right, so now we'll actually start to plate our dish. So the first thing we're going to do is take our saffron rice here. Break that up a little bit. And I'm actually going to kind of streak it across the plate here. There we go. Braised Brussels sprouts. Just going to kind of lay those right in the center. Top of that rice. Get some of these extra goodies here. Tarragon roasted sunchokes. Gonna kind of shingle these down the outside. On the other side here. Go ahead and top it with our pan seared halibut fillet here. There we go. And then we're going to top it with our white wine lemon blanc. And then we're just going to top this halibut with a little bit of fresh scallions. And there you go, folks. Pan seared halibut fillet, topped with white wine lemon blanc over saffron rice with tarragon roasted sunchokes and bacon and shallot braised Brussels sprouts.